Have you ever really thought about the soil beneath your feet? I mean, it's not just dirt, right? It's this hidden world, a bustling city of tiny, microscopic organisms. And today, we're going to uncover one of its biggest secrets, nitrification.
Welcome to Cognito Key. This is the place where we unlock all those fascinating secrets of science, one key concept at a time. And today's key, well, it unlocks a process that's happening all around us all the time, but most of us have never even heard of it. Okay, let's just dive right in.
So, I want you to imagine something. You're at this huge feast, there's delicious food absolutely everywhere, but it's all locked away inside glass boxes. So frustrating, right? Well, that's pretty much what it's like for plants when it comes to nitrogen. It's everywhere, in the air, in the soil, but they just can't get to it. So, what's the key that unlocks this feast?
Well, that key, it turns out, is this really remarkable natural process. It's the secret ingredient that turns that locked-up banquet into a 5-star all-you-can-eat buffet for plants. This process is called nitrification, and you can think of it like a tiny, invisible kitchen that's always running in the soil. In this kitchen, you've got these microscopic chefs, which are actually bacteria, and they take ammonia, which is like a tough, uncooked ingredient for plants, and they whip it up into nitrate, a delicious, ready-to-eat meal.
And this microbial kitchen, it's open 24/7. It's this constant two-step chemical dance that's happening right under our feet all the time. Honestly, it's a super crucial part of the Earth's huge recycling program for nitrogen, making sure this essential nutrient just keeps life going.
So who exactly are these tireless little chefs in our soil's kitchen? It's time to meet the tiny titans of nitrification, the amazing nitrifying bacteria. These microscopic magicians are a really special type of bacteria. They're the unsung heroes of the soil. Seriously, they're working day and night to feed the plants that, eventually feed all of us.
Now, what's so cool is that they work like a little microbial relay race team. So first up, you've got Team 1, the ammonia oxidizers, like Nitrosomonas. They grab the baton, which in this case is ammonia, and they run the first leg of the race. Then, they pass it off to Team 2, the nitrite oxidizers, like Nitrobacter, who then sprint to the finish line. And what's amazing about these bacteria is that they're basically tiny power plants. They don't need to eat or sunbathe to get energy. Nope, they create their own food from chemical reactions. And just like us, they need to breathe, so they need oxygen to do their job. They're also not in a big hurry, which is actually a good thing. Their slow and steady pace makes sure there's a constant, reliable supply of nutrients for the plants.
Okay, so how does this microbial relay race actually work? Let's break down the 2 key steps of this really amazing transformation. All right, first up is nitritation. This is where Team 1, the Nitrosomonas bacteria, grabs that ammonia and, with a bit of help from oxygen, changes it into this intermediate thing called nitrite. Then, in the second step, nitration, Team 2, the Nitrobacter bacteria, takes that nitrate baton and gives it one final chemical push, turning it into the plant-friendly nitrate we've been talking about.
And there you have it, from a locked-up ingredient to a delicious 5-star meal. This final product, nitrate, is the form of nitrogen that plants can just easily slurp up through their roots. It's the fuel that powers their growth and, well, ultimately the food that ends up on our plates. But, these tiny chefs can be a bit picky. They need the conditions in their soil kitchen to be just right for them to do their best work. So, what's on their list of demands? First off, they like their home to have just the right pH. You can think of it like a Goldilocks situation. Not too acidic, not too alkaline, but just right in this kind of neutral to slightly alkaline range. If the soil gets too sour, they'll just pack up their bags and go on strike.
They're also big fans of warm weather. Yeah, they do their best work when it's nice and toasty, kind of like a pleasant spring or autumn day. This is when you'll see them at their busiest, cooking up a storm for all the plants.
And as you can see here, the list just goes on. They absolutely need oxygen to breathe, but not too much water or they'll pretty much drown in a waterlogged field. And what we do on the surface really matters too. Plowing the soil can give them a nice breath of fresh air, while some pesticides can be like poison to our tiny friends, stopping their very important work.
So, why should we even care about the preferences of these tiny, picky bacteria? What does it all mean for us, the big people living up here on the surface?
Well, it turns out that this microscopic process has a huge impact on 2 very important things, the food we eat and the water we drink. It's a key player in both modern agriculture and in our wastewater treatment plants. But here's the catch. Nitrification is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one side, it's a superhero, helping us grow our food and making fertilizers work super efficiently. It even helps clean our water. But on the other side, it can be a bit of a villain. Because nitrate is so easy for plants to use, it's also easily washed away by rain. That's a process called leaching, which can unfortunately contaminate our precious groundwater.
So, the big question is, how do we harness the power of this superhero without letting the villain run wild? How can we work with nature to feed the world and protect our planet at the exact same time? It's a puzzle that scientists and farmers are trying to solve every single day.
And that's a wrap on our journey into the hidden world of nitrification. I really hope you're as amazed as I am by these tiny titans working just beneath our feet. If you enjoyed unlocking this key piece of knowledge with us, please subscribe to Cognito Key for more deep dives into the science that shapes our world. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.